Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Section 3 of Chapter 8, Multiplying Polynomials, Part 1. Now we're going to jump back here to the first section because we have to be careful, and it comes up a lot when we multiply polynomials, is this addition sign, right? We're not going to be adding this section, right? We added in Section 1, we're not going to be adding here. But I want to recall that when you have a plus sign right here, what did you have to do? You had to drop all the numbers outside of the parentheses. So here we rewrote it. So now how many x's do you have? We have 2x plus, and then the number's 3. Also the same thing with subtraction. What did we do when we subtracted? We went x plus 1, and then we changed all the signs in the second binomial, or in the second set of parentheses. And now we go ahead and subtract this. The x's cancel out, and then 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Note, guys, please note, guys and gals, note that there is no sign right here. So that means we are going to multiply. We are multiplying when there is no sign right there. So let's figure out how we multiply something like this. Two different ways you can do this. I'm going to show you the first way, maybe the more common way. They call it FOIL, which we'll touch on here in a little bit. And so we just take this first term and you have to multiply it to the first term of the second binomial, or the second set of parentheses. So we come up with 3, and then when we multiply a times a, we come up with a squared. Now we have to make sure that guy goes to both the front one and the back one. So now 3a times a negative 2 is going to be negative 6a. Then we have to take the second number and multiply it times the first number to get plus 4a. And then this guy again times there to get minus 8. Now we have to combine our like terms. So we combine our like terms right there to get a negative 2a, and then we just bring everything else down. So it's 6a squared minus 8, and your answer will look something like this today. And now let's try it a different way. If you don't like this way, it's fine. We're going to just try it a different way. So now I'm going to break up this first binomial, and I'm going to say 3a, and then I'm going to take it times a minus 2. And now since my second guy is added, I'm going to say it's plus 4 times a minus 2. And now it just turns into something that you did for the past 2 days, and you guys have been doing absolutely a phenomenal job with that. So we're just going to take that 3a times a, which is 3a squared minus 6a. And then I'm going to take this 4 times the a, so it's plus 4a minus 8. Now we just simplify like terms. So we have a 3a squared. There's no other like terms there. We do have a couple like terms there, so it's going to be a minus 2a. Bring down the negative 8. So there's the answer. Again, this is the same as that. We did it a different way, but we came up with the same result. All right? That's what I care about. I don't care what method you use, whether it be FOIL or whether it be this guy. As long as we come up with the same results, as long as you're comfortable using whatever method you choose to use. And now I hinted about FOIL. What is FOIL? FOIL stands for, or is an acronym for, the way you multiply two binomials. And so it stands for first, outer, inner, last. So let's try it. We take the first term, so it's the first term in this binomial times the first term over there to get 2x squared. Then we take the outer terms, first and the last terms, because it's here, it's on the outer of the parentheses, so it's plus 10x, and now we take the inner terms, which is the innermost of the parentheses, so it's plus 3x, and then we take the last terms in both binomials, so it's going to be plus 15. Again, we do have to simplify, so it's 2x squared. We add the like terms together to get plus 13x plus 15 for our final answer. Let's try a couple more. I'm just going to use FOIL just because we have an acronym, because we have two binomials that I'm going to multiply together. So first, I have to multiply the first thing in each set of parentheses, so I get y squared. Then I have the outer terms, so it's going to be minus 4y. Make sure we are multiplying. It's a common mistake not to multiply here. Make sure we are multiplying. Now I'm taking the inner terms, which is a negative 8y. I'm multiplying them. And then finally the last terms, so it's going to be plus 32. Now we simplify again. I'm going to bring down my y squared. What like terms do we have? We have a negative 4y minus 8y, so it's going to be a negative 12y plus 32. Again, with number 5, I'm going to use FOIL. So first terms, I'm going to take the first terms times each other. Now I have a 2a times a 4a, so it's going to be 8a squared, because I have 2 exponents for my a. Now outer, right? Take the outer terms of the two binomials, so it's going to be plus 10 because we multiplied a and then b because we have an a and a b. Then we take the inner terms, so it's going to be negative 12b a, and then finally we want the last terms, so negative 3 times a positive 5 is a negative 15b squared. Now let's simplify this a little bit. So we have 8a squared, and now look real closely at the middle. Look real closely right here. Are these guys the same? Is a plus b the same thing as b times a? Well, is 3 times 4 the same thing as 4 times 3? Well, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12, so we have the same thing. So we now have a minus 2ab, and this could be minus 2ba, but I'm going to keep it in alphabetical order, so it's going to be ab for me. Bring down the minus 15b squared. And one more example here. I'm going to do this one by breaking apart this first binomial, just like the second example that we did. So I'm going to take 5x, and I'm going to take it times this whole guy, so it's going to be 2x plus 8y. And now it's a minus in the middle, so it's a minus right there, so it's a minus 4y, and then take it times the whole second thing, so it's 2x plus 8y. And then once we separate it like this, it's just like what we've been doing for the past 3 days, and you guys been rocking it out. And so we take that 5x times 2x to get 10x squared, that 5x times 8y to get plus 40xy. And now I'm taking this negative 4y times there to get negative 8yx. That negative 4y times here to get negative 32y, what? Y squared. Do we have any like terms? Remember, it can be xy or yx. So we do have some like terms. They turn into a positive 32xy written in alphabetical order. And then bring down your 10x squared. Bring down your minus 32y squared. And that is your answer for number 6. And that does it for 8.3 Multiplying Polynomials, Part 1. Good day.